Shabbat Shalom, everyone joining us on YouTube. Welcome to everyone joining us for services by Zoom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. The new Zoom setting has you all coming on with your cameras off, just so you know that.
Oh, put it right here, the second.
Shabbat Shalom.
If anyone's having trouble, Ronnie, I can send you a request to turn your.
I got it.
Got
I got it, I think.
Okay.
We're good.
Am I there?
We can see you. You're here.
Okay, I thought we were here.
Hello.
Hi, Ronnie.
If you know Horton Hears the Who, we are here. We are here.
Yeah, really.
Where else?
Well, it looks like people are around the world. Ken is on the beach. Jeff Boyarski's on some mountain and a beach.
I'm on the beach in Israel.
Sherry is somewhere in Israel.
Nope, I'm still in Las Vegas.
That's Las Vegas?
It's close.
It's Lake Las Vegas.
Lake.
Wow, I thought, okay, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
George, you're going to go around the world, George.
Thank you, George.
Yeah, I'm looking for everybody else who's, Todd is in front of the temple.
I'm here, but for some reason my video didn't pop up, so I got to figure that one out.
Click on the camera on the bottom.
No, my camera's on the top. It usually lights up.
Oh, Leslie, it's a new setting. I'll send you an invitation. Just click the link.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to ask you to start your video. Just click the button. There you go.
I'll start my video. Okay,
Yes, I'll go to stage.
start my video.
Did you get it?
Yes, thank you.
It's a new Zoom setting.
Okay, got it.
We're very fancy.
Very fancy.
Only the best for Beth Chaim.
There you go.
Looking for my kids.
Morning, everyone.
Will we need this for tomorrow morning too, or going forward, or it'll happen automatically?
No, your Zoom will always start with your camera off and you will always need to put it
I can
on.
see you.
But any of us can invite you to do that. If you need a button, we just send it to you.
Ah, so somebody will have to,
If you don't know how to do it, we'll just send you, ask you to turn your thing on. It's all good.
okay, all right,
Don't worry. We got you.
right.
Hi, Steve Copland.
So Rabbi, everything
You?
seems to be opening up. When are we opening up? Or are we?
Good question, George.
Zoom's
Stay
open.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, really.
Our reopening task force.
Well, you know, interestingly, the bulletin, the print bulletin had all those Shabbat outdoor services listed. And, you know, I mean, obviously, if the management team and the clergy feel it's appropriate, maybe by August, we could do one of those in the back again.
Special services up in Milltown. I told you I had a student.
That's a great idea, Leslie. We will be in touch soon with more details.
Details to follow.
There's a webpage for that. BethChaim.org/reopening.
Oh, whoa.
You can get all the updates there. There's FAQs. There's that's where we'll be updating people.
Okay.
One of the reasons I mentioned that, Rabbi, is as I was driving on Village Road, I noticed there's a sign in front of St. David the King that says, "Welcome back." So I assume they're open.
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe
they're just starting
to do remote stuff, you know?
Some of us are a little nervous still.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with you. So am I.
I'm not.
I.
I'm not nervous.
Mhm.
I just want to go. It occurred to me, Cantor, that with the strange things about the singing and the choir and everything like that, and they talk about how everything is propelled out of the mouth when you're singing, we could go back up to the balcony and spread out and sing.
And spray the whole
still gonna
congregation.
spray
full of
everybody.
nothing.
Thank you.
Not from that high.
Good.
Not from that high up. Not from that high up.
Yes, sure. Where do you think it goes?
It's gonna land somewhere.
It all comes down.
Service.
Oh.
You can
All
issue.
right, let's start.
Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful background. You can do.
Guys, I can say that the task forces are meeting a lot, like a real lot. In the history of the temple, there's probably never been more meetings. And we're getting there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Todd.
But George, we're getting there. We're getting
You
there.
all have
Thank
to,
you.
Hey, everyone, Shabbat Shalom. On that very positive note of we're getting there, we're going to begin our service. The Zoom upgrade brought 2 new features to us. One is that Zoom, you will always come on with your camera off. If anybody needs help turning their camera on, you can just message me in the chat and I will send you a link. You'll have a button that appears on your screen to turn your camera on. The other change is we no longer have the ability to unmute all of you. So when Rabbi Blum invites you to unmute yourselves, I encourage you to do that. If anyone has an issue or a question about that, also just send it in the chat. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
And we should also mention, if you're using a computer and you want to temporarily unmute yourself, just use the space bar. If you hold down the space bar, you can talk, and when you release the space bar, you go back on mute. So it works like an intercom.
I'm going to try
way.
that right now.
That works, you're right.
That worked. Whoop.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Borchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Welcome to everyone who is with us tonight by Zoom and by YouTube. We continue to pray for the health and well-being of you and your families. Rabbi Beal teaches that many times Shabbat comes just in the nick of time. I know that I need this day of rest after this week, after these several months. So join me in taking a deep breath in and out, welcoming in Shabbat, welcoming in this time for community and prayer, welcoming in this beautiful music, and blowing out all of our stress, all of our certainty, all of the balls in the air that we are juggling. And as we take more deep breaths in and out, let us give rest to our bodies. Let us concentrate on our breathing. Let us settle in to this sacred space that we are creating virtually together. And now we will join in the lighting of candles and the recitation of Kaduche, saying thank you, God, for this day of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור ודיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שיבו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
If you haven't yet had a chance to type in the chat box Shabbat Shalom, you're welcome to do so now. Unmute yourself to greet your neighbors Shabbat Shalom. Text your friends Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom. Good week. Hi, Hillary.
Shabbat
Hey, Linda.
Shalom. Good to
We
see
made it through another
everyone.
week.
Shabbat Shalom, Ella. We're glad to have you with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
Hillary, it's Harriet, it's good to see you on the screen.
All right, everyone, we'll take another deep breath in and out as we continue with our service.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, על מה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם עולם מעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. חילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. אדוני המבורך, ערכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
In the beginning, emptiness and chaos, a great darkness over the deep. The Spirit of God moved over the waters, explosion of light, the long chain of emerging life. Behold, it was very good. Our candles evoke the very first light. Out of the darkness came reason, purpose, consciousness of beauty, the power to discern and do what is right. Let us hold the light in our hearts. Let us bring it with us into the darkest corners of creation. Where there is pain and fear, let us offer the light of love.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. 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 ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. la 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 la. La 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 la. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. לה 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 והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. לה 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 ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. לה 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 למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
כמוך בעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, אוסף מלך, מי כמוך בעלים אדוני, מי כמוך השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, עמיתנו שומרנו לחיים. Spread the shelter of your peace over us, guide us in wisdom, compassion from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Amideinu Shomeinu, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים, את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יגיד תהילתך, יגיד תהילתך. יגיד תהילתך, יגיד תהילתך. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We now want to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you to the source of all blessings, blessings that happen very often, blessings that happen very rarely, blessings that impact our lives in large ways, and blessings that we have to pay attention to notice. If you are thankful for something this Shabbat, this day of rest, this week, this month, please type in the chat box so we can say thank you with you. Grateful for health, grateful for work, grateful for good weather, grateful for friendship, grateful for a special birthday. Happy birthday, Cindy. Grateful for time with family. Grateful to be able to go grocery shopping. Grateful for those closest to us. Grateful for essential workers of all kinds. Mazel tov on an anniversary, Lori. Thankful to everyone working so hard to pave the way for what comes next for Beth Chaim. Happy birthday, Matt Nelson. Grateful for good neighbors. Grateful for medicine that we hope will heal. Grateful for beautiful plants, and this is the time of year to acknowledge those. Grateful for shelter and for sustenance. For all these blessings and many more, we sing together, Modim Anachnu Lach. Thank you, source of all blessing.
Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Asim Be'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Asim Be'olam. Ki ata hu melech Adon, Techol HaShalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon, Shalom, Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Sim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Sim Le'olam. B'tov Be'echa Levarech Et Amcha Yisrael, B'chol עת ובכל שעה. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Asim Le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Asim Le'olam. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamevarech et amo Yisrael. Shalom. Yisrael Amcha Asim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Asim Leolam. Asim Leolam. Asim Leolam.
We now take a few moments to sit in silence, to focus on our breathing, to pay attention to the beating of our own hearts, and to offer the prayers that live inside us that we want to release into this Shabbat.
Ratzon imrefi ve'yon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri go'ali
Prayers come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes the most powerful prayers are just a few poignant words long. The prayer we are about to sing together is just such a prayer. It evokes Moses, who prayed for the healing of his sister with 5 small words in Hebrew. And so we want to echo Moses's words as we remember all those in our lives in need of healing. Healing of the body, healing of the mind, healing of the heart, or healing of the soul. If you are keeping someone in your thoughts and prayers this Shabbat, I invite you to type those names in the chat box as I share these names that Congregation Beth Chaim is thinking of. Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Teddy Molaski, Nathan Hecker, Claire Meyer, William Jackie Sola, Steve Bizanoff, Marion Berman, Ginny Gittleman, Matt Nelson, Betty Abramowitz, Eileen Applebaum, Bob Gast, Chaim Ben Esther, Carl Pierce, Megan Mosley, Elaine Berkowitz, Edna Silberman, Barbara Gladstone, Rosalie Krieger, Diane Walter, Piper Fitzpatrick, Toby Arias, and Dorothy Chason. For all those in need of healing, we sing together.
refanala, el na refanala, el na refanala, el na refanala.
This Shabbat, our congregation reads the Torah portion called Shlach Lecha, a very famous portion in which the Israelites have reached the promised land. But wait, it's only taken us a little while to get there. And as we are perched on the border, we need to do some reconnaissance before we head into the land of Canaan. And so Moses asks each of the 12 tribes to send a spy, a representative of their sub-community, who will then go into the land and scout it out to see what kind of fortifications the enemy has. Is the land fertile or not? And to bring back what they see. And so the 12 spies head into the land of Canaan. But when they come back, the reports they share are not overwhelmingly positive. Yes, the land is fertile, so fertile that grapes grow the size of human heads, and it takes giant men to lift them. But at the same time, many of the tribes say that the men who live there, the people of this land, they are large and strong and powerful. And so 10 of these 12 tribes express fear, uncertainty that they can defeat the inhabitants of the land and fulfill God's promise. But there are 2 who are more optimistic. Joshua and Caleb, they have faith. They try to convince the others that God is on our side, that we can be successful if only we believe in ourselves. Joshua and Caleb are often held up as leaders, as those who see what is possible, who turn challenges into opportunities. And so it is because of this story, because of the fear and the doubt that festered, that the children of Israel are told, you're not ready yet. You must wander another 40 years before entering the land. All who are alive at this time except for Joshua and Caleb. And so tonight, we look to our community and we ask, who are the Joshuas and the Calebs among us? Who see potential and possibility when others may see something less? Who are the people who step up and say, we can do this, and let me show you the way? And so this Shabbat is special because we are honoring all of the members of our community who step up and say, we can do this, and they do. Our volunteers who give of their time and their energy and their passions to give back to their community, who are role models for all of us, who are an important part of our Beth Chaim family. And to say thank you to our Joshuas and our Calebs, I invite Ken Pograb, our temple president, to share some words of thanks.
In Judaism. Oops.
Now we can hear you, Ken.
I'll start again. Sorry. Jewish tradition teaches us that humanity must play an active role in the world. The concept of tikkun olam, repair the world, expresses the value of volunteering in Judaism. The world may be imperfect, but we have not only the opportunity, but really the obligation to help make it better, more whole. It is wonderful to see the amount of volunteerism that takes place at Beth Chaim. There is no way for us to accomplish what we do without all of you. There are so many active committees and task forces at Beth Chaim. I can't possibly list all of them and the volunteers tonight, but I would like to highlight a few, and this by no means is a slight to the others. In addition to the great work of our standing committees, Finance, House, Membership, Security, and Ritual, our Rabbinical Search Committee, chaired by Don Leibowitz, developed a process and concluded that Rabbi Blum was what Beth Chaim needed to take us forward. I'm extremely proud of the sacred work that this group performed. We also conducted a search for an executive director and formed a committee that was chaired by Stephen First. That committee brought forth Mira Brzozowski as our new executive director. Other committees, such as Tikkun Olam, Transition, which is chaired by our incoming president, Rhonda Shaflo-Wydra, Strategic Planning, and Investment Advisory, continued their vital work. Thank you to all of the chairs and members of these committees. We need to thank our auxiliaries, Men's Club, Sisterhood, and Bikti, and the many volunteers that make those groups as vibrant and active as they are. I'd like to thank all who have made Gateways the immediate success that it's been. Thank you to Camille Bloomberg and Michelle Case, the co-chairs of this ambitious undertaking. I want to thank the many who have volunteered their time to go help others. I want to thank the choir, whose voices I miss terribly. Lastly, and certainly not least, I want to thank the board, who continue to put in countless hours and have volunteered for many committees and initiatives in support of our congregation. I may not have mentioned you tonight, but please know that you are all greatly appreciated, and I thank you for your service. This is when I usually ask the volunteers to stand, but since we are on Zoom, I'm going to let you remain sitting. I'm excited about the future of Beth Chaim, and I encourage all of you to get involved in our community. Shabbat Shalom.
So what we're going to ask everyone to do now is be sure you're in gallery mode, because if you have volunteered at Beth Chaim in any way, with any group or on your own, we'd love for you to wave at the screen, because we want to applaud you. We want to thank you. We want to acknowledge you, since we can't see you rising at your seats. We want to see your smiling faces and express our deep gratitude for helping us reach our full potential in giving back to your community. And now Ken will lead us in some words of prayer. If you are a volunteer, we'll ask you to join him.
Connected with members of our congregation, we come before you, eternal God. When we share our happiness with one another, it becomes greater. When we share our trouble, it seems smaller. May we never be too selfish to give of our time and our hearts, nor too proud to receive the support of friends in our moments of need. In giving and receiving, we are touched by your presence as we continue to discover the gifts and blessing of sacred community. We reaffirm our commitment to Congregation Beth Chaim and the blessings that flow from what we share, the experience and wisdom of adults, the hopes of the young, and the examples of care and courage which sustain us. We think of the future of our community and are united by its sacred mission. We are grateful for the friendships we make when we volunteer our time and the good that we bring when we are one in spirit. May each of us find joy when we are together as we give thanks for the ability to reach out to one another in service to you.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, b'tzivanu la'asok b'tzorchei tzibor. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctifies us with commandments and commands us to engage in the work of sacred community.
Now we take a moment in gratitude for all who have volunteered, in gratitude for all who will step forward to volunteer in the future. We take a moment to thank God for bringing us to this occasion. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
And while we're grateful for everyone who gives back to our local community, we also want to share a prayer for our country, inviting all of us to play an important role. Prayer for Our Country by Robert F. Kennedy. Let no one be discouraged by the belief that there is nothing one person can do against the enormous array of the world's ills, misery, ignorance, and violence. Few will have the greatness to bend history, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. And in the total of all those acts will be written the history of a generation. It is from numberless, diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a person stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he or she sends a tiny ripple of hope. Crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples can build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. And in that vein, wishing a partnership with God to make this world a better place, we continue with Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
And now we remember those who have gone before us, whose memory we honor, whose legacy we want to make sure is always a blessing. Several whose loved ones are in the period of Shloshim, these first 30 days of mourning. Robert Bates, uncle of Ken Brown, Barbara Abraham, aunt of Josh Waldorf, Judith Shurek, aunt of Jennifer Fekete Donners, Robert Griffiths, father of Robin Resnick, and those whose yahrzeits we honor this week, the passing at this time in years past. Alfred Gaber, Minnie Stern, Murray Pelsiger, Murray Miller, Ethan Stein, Hy Goodell, Henrietta Trush, Samuel Lazarowitz, Laura Josephson, Louis Siegel, Jerome Kropp, Bertha Smiler, James McClure, Albert Roberts, Sharon Silberman, Sarah Lachine, Annette Justine David, Floyd Rosenfeld, Harry Baruch Albert, Rose Kramer, George Moskowitz, Sarah Fox, and Anna Fishbein. And please feel free to type a name in the chat box of someone you are remembering, as our entire country is also remembering all the victims of senseless violence and hatred. And together we recite these words of remembrance. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'alam u'almei almaya. Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei kudisha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Now I invite Camille Bloomberg to share some announcements with us.
Hello, my name is Camille Bloomberg, and on behalf of the Board of Directors of Congregation Beth Chaim, thank you for joining us tonight. We would like to share with you a few events and activities between now and next Shabbat. Tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. is Torah study. Tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m., you are invited to a family Havdalah and game night. On Sunday, our final adult education class on exploring God will meet at 9:30 a.m. On Wednesday at noon, attend Hidden in Plain Sight to learn from Cantor Binder about the recent scholarship that has cast new light on some of our favorite and most familiar Bible stories. Next Shabbat, we will celebrate Father's Day weekend by honoring the Beth Chaim Men's Club. Join us to hear from these dedicated members of our community. Beth Chaim is looking for surplus iPads to help congregants participate in virtual meetings and services. Contact our Kesher Caring Committee Task Force co-chairs Lori Watson and Hagit Sten to contribute. And for resources on racial justice, visit our webpage, bethchaim.org/racial justice, for book lists and action ideas to help make our country a more equitable place. Visit our website, bethchaim.org, for more details about upcoming events. Last but not least, we are grateful to the more than 100 families who have given generously to the Sustain Beth Chaim campaign. Whether you are a current member, a returning family, or a most welcome guest, and you have not yet had an opportunity to participate, please go to bethchaim.org if you are able to support our sacred community. And if you are not yet a member, we would love to connect with you. Shabbat Shalom.
And this just in, our very own Adria Sherman is teaching a class on Jewish artists of Paris Thursday at 1:30.
Nice.
And now we'll conclude with a song asking God to give us both strength and peace, because those who act responsibly with strength will lead this world to greater peace.
Adonai oz lamo yitain, Adonai oz lamo yitain, Adonai oz lamo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo, Adonai yivarech et amo, v'shalom Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Adonai oz lamo yitain. Adonai oz lamo yitain. Adonai oz lamo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo.
God, we are deeply grateful for all those who give of their time and their energy, their passions and their interests to make their community better. Please bless them with strength to continue their good deeds. Please help them to inspire others to these good works. And let us all join together in gratitude as we thank all of our volunteers, as we invoke these ancient words of wisdom and prayer, sharing these blessings with all of us.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless us and keep us.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka.
May God's light shine upon us, and may God be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
And may we always feel that God's presence is near, and may God bless us with the greatest gift of all, the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom. Thank you, everybody.
Here.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Good
Everyone.
morning.
Lila Tov.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Hi, Cherie.
Shabbat shalom.
Harry, so good to see you.
Shabbat shalom.
Harry,
Have a good week,
doing some
everybody.
needlepoint.
Back at
Carol,
you,
give me a
everybody.
call.
Shalom.
Mm-mm.
Hi, Steve.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi, Harriet.
everyone.
Hi, Mom. Don't hang up.
For it.
Hi, Dad.
God, what keeps moving.
That boy will travel. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Drive safe.
Like Hollywood Squares.
Right,
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Don't take all the cookies now.
There was an opportunity that I could.
Espresso brownies for Oneg at our house.
Ooh.
Oh, I want to come to your
Come on
house.
over.
I wish you all could. Nothing would get better.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon enough, Ann.
My door's always open. Thanks, everyone. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
See you at Torah study.